Read is a verb because reading is kind of action verb. Okay, action verb. It shows some action is going on. So whenever it comes to book, I'm adding else with book, it become books. Okay, which is plural. I will say, could you please give me your all books? Or you can say there are some books where this is written. Okay, so we will use plural verb. Though book is a noun and we are using s with it, so it becomes books are, not books is. At the same case, when it comes to verb, whenever we add s with verb, for example, read is a verb and I'm adding s here, it becomes reads and it is singular. Means he reads a book, he writes a letter. Okay. So what I'm saying, like whenever it comes to verb, if you are reading verb in with s, hello Shiv the learner, now your voice is coming. Thank you, Satya. Okay. So it became singular. Okay, and we will use singular verb over here. Hey Satya, welcome. How are you doing today?
Yes, I'm always good, great, and happy. Thanks for welcoming. How about you?
Yeah, I'm cool and dandy and fit as fine as usual. Thank you for asking me about me as well.
And today I'm like happy because your voice is coming. Yesterday, what happened? I don't know. I think before that, I asked what happened. I was there in your LS. Abruptly, your LS got ended. What happened?
I don't have that idea because I started my live stream and I don't know what happened suddenly. It might be a glitch, and just because of that, my voice was not that much, was not audible yesterday. But hopefully today my voice is clear to you, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
So, okay, Satya, we shouldn't waste our time. Now, just tell me, what do you know about subject-verb agreement? Do you have any idea about it?
No.
Because from today onwards, I started learning grammar as well. And
Hi.
today on, huh? What is this? Hey, welcome, Sandhya. How are you doing today? Okay, so you got on mute. So, okay, guys, I think I have done with this rule as well. Okay,
I
now
don't
on
know
to you.
this.
Sorry,
I don't know about this. Wait,
you don't have any idea about subject-verb agreement?
no.
Okay, so welcome, Michelle. How are you doing? I'm well, Shri. What about you? I'm doing perfectly all right. Thank you for asking, Sandhya. So, do you know what is subject in any sentence?
Yes, subject is like, okay, in a sentence, which, or what we can say, which particle to verb, that is subject.
Okay, great. Um, can you give me an example where you can tell that this is the subject here?
For example, okay, yeah, you are conducting your live stream, so you are subject. That means you is subject.
Okay, so
That's
I
an
just wrote
example.
here Sandhya is dancing. So, what is subject here?
Yes, and here is subject.
Okay, that's great. And what is verb here?
Yes, dance is verb, and is here as helping verb.
Helping verb. Okay, fine. What about agreement? What do you know about agreement? When
Agreement.
I'm saying subject, verb, and agreement, you are clear with subject and you are clear with verb. But what about agreement?
I don't know.
Okay, so I'm gonna tell again. I already discussed, but I thought let me recapture it. Agreement means when there is a agreement between subject and verb, especially when it comes to helping verb. For example, Sandhya is dancing. I can't say Sandhya are dancing. Why? because the subject verb argument rule is, hey, welcome Salman, how are you doing? Subject verb agreement rule is like if the subject is singular, so your verb should be singular. And if your subject is plural, so verb should be plural. So there is an agreement or a direct relationship between your subject and verb. That agreement, that rule called agreement. You can see. Got it? That subject is agree with verb and verb is agree with subject. If I will write Sandhya are dancing. Now Sandhya is a subject, she is subject, subject is agree, like Sandhya. She is single. But when it comes to are, so art is verb, but are is not allowed here. Now are verb is not agree with subject that no, there should not be are. There should be is because you are a single person. How could you use a plural verb with a singular one? Got it?
Okay.
Yeah.
In total, in my of understanding, when your sentence and verb and the helping word is and yes, it's called subject verb agreement. Yeah, subject verb agreement in total.
Great.
One
Fine.
line.
Yeah. Okay, so this is the example, and I just now share. Shinda is dancing. No shave. Oh, okay. You're saying you're not dancing. That's fine. Okay. Now the second row. Whenever it comes to subject and verb, I told you if subject is singular, so verb should be singular. So what about I and you? I and you. What is the role of why are you folding bhana bartan? I and you in subject verb agreement. So let me know what is the role of I and you in subject verb agreement in this topic. As you know very well, I is a singular, you is also singular, isn't it? So if
Yeah.
I will write this, I I does this work. Is it right? Hey, welcome Mark and Pankaj. How are you doing, both of you guys? Is it right?
Yeah.
I does
Yeah.
this work. First of all, tell me, does is a singular or plural?
I think it's a singular.
Singular. So yes,
Yeah.
subject is singular. Verb is also singular. Like subject is I, is singular. Verb does is also singular. So is this sentence is right or wrong?
It's wrong.
Why? Why it is wrong? I'm using the rule now. I told you, if subject is singular, so verb should be singular. And according to that rule, the sentence is right. So what's wrong in there?
I don't know. Mm,
Okay. There is an exception with this I. Okay, fine. Let me tell one more thing about it. Okay. Mm, okay, so what about this sentence? Is this is right or wrong? The next one. You is very fluent.
you is no. It's not correct. It's incorrect.
Why? What's wrong with this sentence? You is singular. The subject is singular. Is like verb here, the helping verb. Is also singular. And I told you like singular subject, singular verb, and plural subject, the plural verb. So what's wrong in this sentence?
I don't know.
So can you read the comment of Mark?
Mark, you is singular, plural both. Okay. How?
How? That's the question. How? Whatever I have explained so far about the rule SSPP, that means singular subject, singular verb, plural subject, plural verb. I and you is the exception of that case. I and you is the exception of this case. You are very fluent is correct. Exactly. This is the correct one. You are very fluent because we have to use are with you and we have to use a plural verb with I and you. Okay? Are you there?
Yes, I'm here. Actually,
Okay? So what I'm saying, whenever it comes to singular subject or like singular person, third person singular noun. For example, like I, wait, not I. It's like wait. Let me write he, she, it, or name. It always carry singular verb. Okay, and whenever it comes to like we, they, it carry plural, plura, plural verb. And whenever it comes to you, whenever it comes to you, it always carry plural verb. And whenever it comes to I, so I am, was, am, except, 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 am, was, it always carry. Hello Henry, how are you doing? It always carry plural verb. So now see the example. Whenever it comes to like he, she, and it, or any name, it always carry a singular verb. For example, really sure. What I know, this is what best of my knowledge. I'm not sure about it, but whatever I know, I'm sharing. If I will make any mistake, please do correct me. I really appreciate the way you will correct. Yeah. What I'm saying, he means, for example, I will say he's a good boy. So I can't say he are a good boy. I have to say is because he is singular person, singular and third person. Okay. She is a good girl. So I will use is, not are. So because subject is singular and third person, it is a nice area, or it's a good table, or it's a nice watch. Okay, it is a nice watch. So we will use is with singular subject. Okay, because singular subject and third. And whenever it comes to name of any name, for example, Mark is a American accent teacher. I will not say Mark are American English teacher or American accent teacher because there is only one Mark who can teach American accent on Hello application. So that's the example I can give here. For fine. So is it clear this one, Satya?
yes, crystal
It is
clear.
clear.
Yeah.
Please do let me know if there is any doubt. Okay. Now take the second sentence. When it comes to the second one, we and they. We means more than one. They means more than one. Hence, we are talking about more than one. So we always use, plural verb. For example, we are doing great. They are dancing. I can't say we is doing great and they is doing great because the people are more than one. So we have to use plural verb. For example, I can't use like Asok, not Asok, but we can't use like we all is doing well. We have to say we all are doing well. That's the rule. Uh, it's clear to you, Sutta, this one?
Yes, that's simple because yes, we is we and they are plural, so also verb have to be plural. So yes, has to be.
Okay. So another thing is that whenever it comes to you, you, it always carry plural verb. There is no exception with this. There is no hard and fast rule for this. There is only single rule that if you are using you have to use plural verb, nothing else. For example, you are doing well, you are so fluent, you are looking beautiful, you are very hardworking person, like this. Okay. So welcome Christian, how are you doing? Welcome Masok. Okay. And the last one is I. When it comes to I, except am or was. Except am or was, it always carry plural verb. Why I'm saying except am or was, for example, I will say, I'm going to market. I'm going to market. There is it works as a singular noun, oh sorry, singular subject and singular verb. Am is singular, okay? And we can't say like and when it comes to like other another one is was, I will say I was busy. I can't say I were busy, W-E-R-E, no. Or even I can't say I are going to market. Okay, I have to use am only. And if apart from this, I have to use, like plural, plural verb. For example, I has a, I has a question. I has a question. Is it right?
No, I have a question.
Why? Because I is the singular one and has is a singular verb. So why?
Yes,
Why I'm using has?
as you said that except am and was, it always carry plural verb. So that's why.
Okay, yeah, that's great. Fine. So that's true. It will be have because I and you is exception of the rule. Exactly, Krishan. Okay, so I hope this is clear to you. Now let me read to Ashok's comment as well. Use a singular verb with distance, period of time, sum of money, etc. when considered as a unit. Example, 3 miles is too far to walk. 5 years is the maximum sentence for that offense. $10 is a high price to pay, but $10, i.e. dollar bills, were scattered on the floor. Exactly. Okay, so I think we have done with this. Now I'm gonna move on another one. Okay, so can you give me example with the help of these 4 words? With the 4 rule, like you have to use first
Okay.
he. Yeah.
Okay. He is a good teacher.
Mm-hmm.
We will no. We were going to market, and you are a good speaker, and I am reading.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Great. I hope it's clear to you. No doubt, isn't it?
uh, what? Okay, sure. How I just how I had to reply? You said that yes. Now it's clear to you, isn't it? So, is it yes or no?
Uh, you can say it is. You can say
Okay,
yes.
Yes, it is
Like if
totally.
I'm saying, is it clear to you? You can say it is.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, like you don't need to complete repeat the whole sentence. In short, you can say it is. That obviously meaning, like whatever I have said, you are agree with that. Got it?
Yes, got it.
Yeah.
Got it.
Okay.
Got it.
Sorry,
Got
you're
it.
saying something?
Yes, I'm just pronouncing the got it in different ways.
Okay. If two
Okay.
subjects are joined by and, if two subjects are joined by and use a plural verb form only. Use a plural form form of verb. I don't know what's wrong with this. Okay, fine. So if two subjects are joined by and, use a plural form of verb. For example, if I will say Rohan and Sheetal is coming today. Okay, is this sentence is right or wrong?
No, it's wrong. Rohan, Rohan and Sheetal are coming today, I think.
Okay, are coming. Why?
Yes, because actually subject is yes. There are two subject, and two subject means yes. Subject is like kind of plural.
Okay,
So that's why.
fine. So what about this one? Uh, we are eating bread and butter were needed needed for for breakfast. What about this sentence? Is it right or wrong?
Actually wrong because bread and butter is not subject. I think bread and butter is needed for breakfast. I don't know I'm right or wrong, but I think that bread and butter is not subject.
It's not a subject.
No, subject means subject karta.
No, that is okay. But bread and butter is noun. Both are individual noun, isn't it?
Yes, it
And
is.
then noun is singular, so verb should be singular. I told you earlier. If subject is singular, if noun is singular, so we have to use singular verb, isn't
Okay,
it?
okay.
Yeah. So in that way, like there are, two singular. Like in first case, I use Rohan and Sheetal is coming today. Here, Rohan and Sheetal, there are two people, and I'm using is coming today. Okay, and you are saying it's right, but now the second one is you are saying like bread and butter were needed for breakfast. Even there, bread and butter is two nouns, and I'm using plural verb here. Why? In first case, I'm using singular, and in second case, I'm using plural verb. Why?
Mm, yes, in first case I know, but about the what about second? I don't know. Because in first case there are two subjects, so that's why if you use is, then it's incorrect. You have to use are instead of is. I don't know. I don't have any idea about second example.
Okay, so let me clear one thing about it. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Whenever it comes to, uh, for example, two subjects like, Rohan and Sheetal is coming today is wrong. It's not right. Why? Because both are individually coming. There are two people who are coming. Rohan and Sheetal are coming today. Got it? Got simulated.
Yes, got it.
Yeah. And the another one is bread and butter were needed for the recipe. Why? It is wrong. It's wrong just because you can't, separate bread from butter. Like, no, you can't eat butter separately, even though you can't use bread separately. So in that case, there is a single noun. You can say it. It is different noun. Like they both are singular noun. Butter is a singular noun in itself, and bread is a singular noun in itself. But when there is a case where you can't use two singular noun individually, separately, without separation with each other, you aren't allowed to use singular verb because you can't take bread without butter. Means if bread is there, butter should be there. If butter is there, bread should be there, isn't it? So that's why we are considering it as a single unit, or what can I say? A single unit. Yes, you can say we are taking it as a singular unit. So that's why we have to use bread and butter was needed for breakfast, not were. It sounds like rice and dal were not was so melodious, okay, or so delicious. We can't say rice and dal are were or are are delicious. No, we can say bread and butter is needed for breakfast or was needed for breakfast. Okay,
Oh, okay.
got it.
Yes, got it.
Okay, okay. Because whenever it comes to like whenever it comes to and, if two subjects are joined by and, use a plural verb. Got it? Whenever there are two subjects and joined by and, we always use plural verb. Okay?
Okay.
But wait, let me correct myself as well. See, sorry, it's not the case with bread and butter. You can take it separately. Sorry. That was a different example. Wait. Bread and butter were needed for breakfast is right. Sorry, it's right. I was taking the example of rice and dal. Sorry, rice and dal. If you are saying rice and dal, you can't say were needed for lunch because you aren't allowed to take rice without any dal, and you never took dal separately without rice as well. So that's an example of that case, singular verb. Okay. Sorry for correction. Or you can say, wait, let me give another example. Okay. Idli and sambar. Idli and sambar is my favorite. Is my FAVOUR favorite dish. So see here. Hello Rupa. Good morning. Life is treating with me very eccentrically, weirdly. I don't know why, but yeah, I'm trying to overcome with it. Okay, fine. What about you, Rupa? So idli and sambar is mine. favorite. Sorry, two times I typed my, but there is single time. Idli and sambar is my favorite dish. So here there are two separate nouns. First one is idli, and the second one is sambar. Both are individually, singular noun, but still we are using is, and there is and as well, like and. You know very well when it comes to and, whenever we are using and between two nouns, so that that carry the plural verb, that always use a plural verb. But still in this case, idli and sambar, we are using a singular verb just because both refer to the same dish. It consider, hey, welcome Sammy brother. How are you doing? Okay, so it considered as a singular unit. Okay, it's the same dish. Idli and sambar is a same dish. We can't separate idli from sambar and sambar from idli. We can't take it individually separately. That's why we are using is. Got
For
it?
example, yes, for example, samosa and chutney
Yeah.
is my favorite
Okay.
dish.
Uh, Exactly, you're right. Samosa and chutney. I was saying like chamota. Okay.
Okay.
The the actor and producer are arriving shortly. Arriving shortly. Hello, Nagraj. Okay, so is this sentence is right?
I think yes, because actor is actor, producer is producer.
An actor
So
is actor. So how it is right? There are two different pronouns, like noun. Sorry, like actor is who does acting. Producer is who just involve himself in producing the things in movie and all. So how is it right? Hey, welcome, Mark again. Prerna is. The actor and producer is arriving shortly. Mark is saying the rule. The rule. Okay, the actor and producer. Okay. What about you? Uh, Satya, what do you think? Is this sentence is right or wrong? It's wrong. So what's wrong in that sentence?
is instead of are, you can use is.
Is why? Why
I
is?
don't know what's wrong with the sentence.
Okay, fine. Don't make any tukka, yeah. One person. Um, you know what? Actually, I'm not sure. I can check from comment section as well. From my point of view, both are right. Welcome, Rikesh. Would you mind if you drop a comment so that I can accept your request, Rikesh? From my point of view, both are right. Though we can use are as well and is as well. Like I can use is and are both. It depends like who is coming actually. Let me clear the situation to you. For example, if I will write the actor and the producer is arriving, it's right. Why? Because the actor is himself is a producer. Then in that case, is it right? Because only one person is coming. Actor and producer are the same one, the same person. He is the one who is performing two action, two role. For example, the actor and producer is the same person. So whenever it comes to like if one person is coming, so definitely there's rule. When it comes to singular noun, so singular verb. So if actor is coming, so you can say the actor and producer is coming. That's true. Welcome, Lisa. Hi, can you hook me on? Yeah, why not? Alright. But I didn't get your request now. And whenever it comes to the actor and the producer are arriving, this is also right. But it depends, like the actor and producer should be different. there should be different identity. Like there should be two people, not people, two persons. Sorry, there is more than one person. Then we have to use are. For example, actor is someone else and producer is someone else. They both are coming together. Then I will say the actor and producer are coming. If I'm not wrong, if two articles are there, it means two persons. Use plural verb. Exactly. Yeah. Though I'm using and, whenever it comes to and, we always use, plural verb. We always use plural verb, as I explained in my previous example, like Rohan and Meera are coming. Because both are, Rohan is different, is a boy, and Meera is a girl. They can't be, like same. Because Rohan is a boy and Meera is girl. Rohan can't be Meera and Meera can't be Rohan. They can't be come to like in one identity, in one category. So that's why we can say are. But when it comes to, like actor, or I can say, okay, I'm giving another example to you. But if you write the and the producer are arriving because two different characters, which the actor and the producer is arriving. The actor and the producer is arriving. Um, I'm a bit confused on this rule, Rupa, because you are using the. And the is like pointing out to for a significant person, like if you are especially talking about someone. Like the actor means there are so many actors, but you are talking about a single actor. And the producer is means there are so many producers, but you are especially talking about the producer. So I don't think so that here you can use this. Here you have to use are only. Like the actor and the producer are coming. The actor and the producer are coming, not is. If I'm not wrong, please correct me if I'm wrong, Rupa. Is it right? Shall I use is or are in that case? Like the actor and the producer are coming. Which one is right? Is or are? Sarik. Okay, I know about Sarik. I can accept him.
Hello,
Hey,
sir, sir.
welcome, Sarik. Hey,
Hello.
don't call me Sir Sarik, please.
Why not?
Be
You're my
be be normal.
okay, okay. Hi, Shiv,
Yeah.
teacher.
Can you please call me Shiv only? That's fine for me.
I mean, you have taught me a lot of things, so why shouldn't I call you some like I should
Why are you stealing my words from me? Because you are the one who taught me so many things, and I'm just going to revise it. So
no, no,
ultimately, I'm the one who has to call you sir,
no,
not
no,
you.
no, no, no. That's not true. I have to call you sir.
Okay. So wait, she's saying because there are two
Hello.
person, so
Hmm.
are yeah. Yes, Eric,
Yeah.
you're saying something?
I was saying hello, Satya, ma'am. Why is she not saying anything?
Because you are calling ma'am, and she is very offended with the word mom.
Oh,
She is
she
okay
look
with Satya only.
she looks beautiful in her
Yes,
profile picture.
Yeah,
Shiv the learner, you got me right.
yeah, I know about you.
Hello, hello,
Since we are
Satya.
Thank
talking
you.
for a long time.
I said hello, Satya now, right?
Yes, hello, Derek. How are you?
I'm doing excellent. How about you?
I'm always good, great, and happy. And
Hmm.
uh, yes, that's it.
That's
And yes,
nice.
here we are talking about that. Which one is correct? The what?
Okay, okay. I'm
The
sorry to
actor
interrupt
and
you
the
guys.
producer are arriving, or the actor and producer is arriving.
Okay.
So I think are because the actor and the producer. There are
Uh-huh.
two subjects and with
Okay, okay.
and so that's why I think we can
Okay.
use are. Am I
Hmm.
right, Shiv?
Yeah, exactly. So, like, Sarik, I have a question for you. If I'm saying the actor and the producer is
Okay.
arriving,
Hmm.
is it right?
The actor is arriving,
The
right?
actor,
Mm-hmm.
the actor,
Mm-hmm.
the wait, let me write. The actor and the producer is arriving.
No, it's not right. The sentence is not right.
It's not right. Fine. So what's fishy over here? And how you
Uh,
can correct it?
yeah, the actor and producer is arriving. I think that should be the right sentence rather than you cannot have two the in one sentence, I think. In this one at least. The actor and producer are arriving. No, the actor and producer is arriving. Yeah, are arriving. It would be are. The actor and producer are arriving. The actor and the producer are arriving. Oh my God, English is so confusing, you know?
What about this one? Welcome midnight. How are you doing today?
The actor and producer are arriving. This one is correct. This one seems correct.
This one is correct.
It seems correct to
Right.
me. The truth is subjective.
Uh-huh. Okay, the truth is
Yeah,
subjective. Good.
my truth would be different than yours. We
Exactly.
all
It
have
seems to
one
be
truth in our
hypothetical.
opinion.
Okay, so Satya, what about you? The actor and the producer is arriving. Is it right or wrong?
Uh, I think yes, that's right.
Okay. Now the second sentence, the actor and producer are arriving. Is it right or wrong?
What was your last word? The actor and the producer is arriving.
Yeah. Is it right or wrong?
Mm-mm-mm. No, wrong.
Okay. If wrong, so what's wrong and how can you correct it?
Okay, let me try because I think that the actor is the actor, another subject, and producer is another subject. So there are two subjects combined with and, so that's why is using is in that sentence will be, I think, wrong.
Okay. So what we have to use here?
Or
Okay, are. Fine. Like you are saying, the actor and the producer are arriving. And in second case, when I'm saying the actor and producer are arriving, is it right or wrong?
that's right.
That's right. Fine.
Yeah.
Okay. So yes, you are right on at in your first statement when I'm saying the actor and the producer is arriving. Is wrong here. Why? Because I'm using the article, and you know very well when it comes to the. So you are talking about someone special out of some like many people. I'm saying the actor. There are so many actors, but I'm talking about the specific one. So I'm using the actor. Similarly, I'm using the producer. There are so many producers, but I'm talking about some special one, some specific one. So that's why I'm using the producer. So the actor is someone is different. The producer is someone is different. There are two identity, two noun, two subject. So that's why we use plural verb. That's called are. Because as I told you, that singular subject, singular verb, a plural subject, plural verb. And then in second case, when I'm saying the actor and producer are arriving, it's wrong. Why? Because the actor is himself is a producer and is arriving, and that's why here we have to use is because he is. We are not giving posting, or we are not specifying that the producer is a different identity. The actor and producer are arriving. In grammar, we are not allowed to specify from our own. If we are not specifying, so it's understood that both are same person. The actor and producer are arriving is wrong. We have to use the actor and producer is arriving because they both are different. Like they both are different profession. Not profession, you can say for different designation, but the person is same. One who is actor, one performing the role of producer himself. So that's why we have to use is, not are. I hope it's clear to you. And I
Yes,
want to ask Sarek, is he agreed? But how can he agree? He's just feeling bored and he
he,
left as well.
he is invisible.
Invisible, he left. I know it's kind of grammar is one. It's kind of very boring topic and boring subject. That's why the people just want to run from those kind of live stream where the people are discussing grammar. But for me, it's something which I have to learn. So that's why I'm just conducting my live stream based on grammar nowadays. Um, so yeah, actually, Satya, now I just give 1 hour for this, and this is the first part of subject verb agreement where I have discussed. Let me recapitulate everything. We have discussed what do you mean by subject, what do you mean by verb, what do you mean by agreement, what are the relationship between subject, verb, and agreement, how then I described the first rule in subject verb and agreement, that if subject is singular, so verb will be singular. If subject is plural, so verb will be plural. And I just told about the exception as well of this rule. I and you both are singular subject, but still we have to use plural with them, except when it comes to I. So there you can use two singular verb, that is called am or was. Except am or was, I always carry plural verb. And then I told the second rule, whenever it comes to for example, there are two different subjects joined by and. They use always plural verb form. For example, Rohan and Meera are two different subjects, so we are using are, the plural rule. And then second, bread and butter were needed for lunch or for breakfast. There are bread and butter, two different nouns, so it consists were as a plural noun or plural verb. And there is another rule. Though there is an in between, for example, between two nouns, for example, idli and sambar is my favorite dish, but still it will carry the singular verb. Why? Because idli and sambar come under the same category. We can't separate idli from sambar and sambar from idli. We have to take it together. We can't, detach it from each other, and we can't use it individually, or you can say separately. And the last I have explained you about, when it comes to and, if there are two nouns and we are when the first and second noun is different identity, like they are denoting it themselves differently, individually, separately. So definitely we have to use the rule of singular subject, or like separately means the singular subject, singular verb, and plural subject, plural verb. So when there are two different identities follow, or like there are and is there between two singular noun, definitely we have to use plural verb, like ours would be there. And if there are two like singular, like identity is different, but there are only one person, one noun, so we have to use singular subject. So these are some things which I have discussed so far, and I just, now I just want to wind up my live stream with these rules. Tomorrow I will come with some other rules, and I am thinking might be possible I'll cover that tomorrow completely. That subject verb agreement. Okay.
Okay.
Hopefully you learn something, though I'm not good at my explanation when it comes to grammar, because you know very well, one who is a teacher of this language, or you can say grammar, he's the one who has complete and deep knowledge of each and every single aspect, so terminology as well, that's matter a lot. So, but yeah, I tried my best for revision or for sharing knowledge as well. When will you conduct again? It depends, but I don't think so. Today I will discuss grammar now, because I will conduct my live stream on evening time. So what I have decided, whatever I have learned so far related to grammar at morning time, I will try to use the same rules on my speaking as well in evening and night time. So morning, grammar and all, when it comes to before sleeping, like 8:30 and 9:30, I'll discuss some vocabulary and phrasal verb or some idioms as well. And at night, I'll try to use all those elements and factor or tools, whatever I have learned, and not speaking that, because there is no point of learning anything theoretical if we are not able to use in our implementation and your speaking. So yeah. Hey, welcome Ritika, and sorry I'm going to wind up my live stream, so I think you are late. Today I've discussed subject of argument. Yes, Satya?
You are going to?
Yeah, I'm going to wind up my live stream. I'm going to end now. I have to do something.
Okay, wind up. Okay.
Yeah.
What's meant by okay? You are going to end. So I had first question I had already asked. Second question is, what's meant by separately, Samantha?
No, different. Separately means like separate, alag alag. Separate, alag alag karna. Yeah,
Okay.
alag alag, different. Okay, separately or individual. Yeah, for example, you can say for this lesson, you can call me separately. Means इसके लिए तो मुझे अलग से call कर सकते हो. Getting my point? Individual, yeah. You can say I just use this two terminology here. The first one separately, and the second one is individually. Gary?
Yes, I think
Yeah.
I had
So thank.
so much today. So yes, thank you so much. And
Yeah.
you said that you are not perfect at grammar, but yes, you tried your best. And yes, I think you had already break the leg.
Thank you, ma'am, for this valuable compliment. So see you.
Who is ma'am
See
here?
you later. Mhm.
Who is ma'am here?
No one. I'm just giving a regard as you as you gave me too. So that's why I'm just returning to you as well. Shiv.
Okay.
Oh, what, Rupa? You wanna say